Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittney Carmichael, the founder of Shine School and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, where I empower women to break free of the fear that stops them from shining their light. I'm super jazzed to join you today because we've got a smooth roller coaster ahead with this full moon. It's gonna be smooth and it's gonna be harmonious, but it's gonna bring up some power struggles. Hello, Venus in retrograde. So I've got a fun reading for you today, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on in the stars and what you can expect Friday, Mercury retrograde. So we all fear the retrograde. Well, people on Instagram fear the retrograde, but honestly, I welcome it and I thank it for the releasing, the reviewing, and the time of revision so that I can really get clarity on where it is that I want to go. Sometimes we have to stop and reassess how far we've come and ask ourselves, is that goal that we once set out for, especially if it was months or years ago, is it still in alignment with what feels good for me today? And that's exactly what I feel like January is all about. It is not about busting forward with action, although you're probably inspired to make some changes in your life. This is really about getting clear on what you don't want and then where you want to go once you have that mapped out. So I'm so excited to share the insights that come through today. I'm going to pull some cards from the Shine from the Inside Oracle. Let me know if you're tuning in live. Do you have the deck? Are you practicing your self-care rituals? Are you starting off 2022 strong with a self-love foundation? All right, let me know if you're here. You are shining so bright. Erica, thank you so much. I'm back. My energy is back. I'm feeling good. I'm healing up really well. And I'm just so grateful to you guys who send your sparkle magic, your healing, love, and support, and flowers my way. So thank you so much. Literally so excited to be back. It's been a minute. It's been a wild ride. Let me know. Take a moment to tune in. How are you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Breathe in all the way deep into the belly. Yesterday we talked about this in the breathwork class in the Elevated Life Club, that we have to breathe into our belly. So breathe deep into your belly and then let it all go, and take a mental scan. If it's safe for you to close down your eyes and scan from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, noticing how you feel. If there's anywhere that feels stuck, or give yourself permission to release, to let go, to relax, and to breathe in energy into those spaces to clear out some of that tension and stress. So today, if you're here, if you're tuning in, block out all the distractions, be present, and let's make some magic. All right, so good to see everyone. We've got my Shine Tribe Sisterhood in the house. Hello, Nadia. You look incredible. I can feel your energy. Thank you, thank you. I know, I'm back, y'all. Listen, I will show up. I will balance self-care and show up when things are down, and I only have so much capacity to give. But as a generator in human design, I have a lot of energy to give. And when I'm not giving it to myself to heal, I have a lot more to give to you guys. And so you guys can borrow the sparkle magic. So it's back. I'm feeling so good. I'm committed to my self-care ritual. So I want to know, we have a lot of Shine Schoolers right now restarting Shine School. Think about that. Retrograde season, hello. And we're restarting, we're empowering ourselves. And they're all getting started again so that they have the tools to really commit to self-care. So I wanna ask you, are you in the same boat? Are you falling back onto a foundation that you once had that supported you, that was great for you? You know, I always hear like people say, you know, when I work out, everything's going great. But when I stop going to the gym, like I just don't feel very good, and then this happens and I attract these kind of people into my life. It's like a classic like case in point. Like when we're not contributing to our own growth and our own healing and our care, then it shows up in our life and we don't have as much to give. Oh, hello, Stacy. It's good to see you, babe. All right, so that's where I'm at today. We've got a full moon in Cancer coming up next week, next Tuesday, on the 17th. So this is gonna be a nice and flowy, smooth ride through this full moon. So use this harmonious energy right now to really kind of just assess and see like, what is working in my life? Where am I draining my energy? And this is really the theme of this. So the only bump that you'll have in this experience or transition is maybe some power dynamic struggles, because Venus is also in retrograde too. So our relationships are are under review. So this is a time really to review relationships and to see where is there equal harmonious exchange between the other person and I. It doesn't matter what your relationship dynamic is with them, but just between you and sharing energy with another person. If it's not in harmony and it's more, I'm just giving, this is a time to release those toxic relationships so that you can make room for taking care of yourself and calling in a new aligned friend or partnership, whatever that may be. Okay, so let me know if you guys are ready for this. If you're here, where are you watching from? And go ahead and share this, tag a soul sister, whatever you gotta do. We're about to get this party started. So I'm gonna clear the deck, set the intention that we all receive the message we need most today, moving forward into this full moon. Whoa, hello. Okay, you guys saw how fast that was? So this is gonna be about releasing. That card is what are we releasing? This card is really gonna represent what can we focus on in the present? Where are we at in the present? What is the ritual or the practice that we can do that will positively contribute to us staying in a high vibration? That's the intention I'm setting behind this card. Whoa, okay, we get two, y'all. That's what's happening. And the last one, this one's gonna be what, after the full moon release, what is the, never mind. We got two more. I really like this message. It popped face up, so I've got the cheat codes, but I can't wait to see how that all fits together. So, hey Ash, it's so good to see you. So tuning in from New Jersey, I love it. Ireland, holy moly, it's late over there. Actually, we just did a podcast with someone over there, the Warrior Goddess kettlebell training. She's amazing. Lisa Barwise, love. We talked all about divination tools and what else? We brought Chris on. She said this was her first time to ever have a guy on her podcast because she wanted to talk about hypnosis and how you can use these tools to be able to help with your healing process. So much fun. All right, you guys ready for this? Ontario, holy smokes, you guys are all over the globe today. I love it. All right, if you guys are ready, hit the likes, let's go, and we'll dive in. The first card for this week, love, is your reality is a reflection of your inner world. So this is about tuning your thoughts into what it is you want to create, the experiences you want to manifest, and how, most importantly, how you want to feel. This is really about tuning in to the inner world so that you can cultivate peace. That's my word for 2022. So if you have your word, your intention for the year, drop it below. I'd love to hear and support you. But my word this year is peace. Anything that is disturbing my inner peace has got to go. And so if there's something in your external world, it's always a reflection of what's going on in here. So if, for example, if there's something in my external world that is frustrating or like disturbing my inner peace, then I have to ask the question, like, is this positively contributing to my life? And is it necessary? That's the question I've been asking myself. Is this even necessary? Is this necessary? Because we tend to overcomplicate things. We make up all these stories and scenarios in our head. And instead we just need to get back to our center, find our inner peace, and send ourselves the love that we're withholding. So this is saying, if you want to manifest all the cool shit on the outside, it's first got to be all the cool shit on the inside. So creating that peace, that joy, that harmony, and pursuing your passion and what really lights you up. All right, so let me ask you guys this. Do you identify with this card? Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Do you guys notice that when your mind is right, when you're thinking right, when you're feeling good, things like are just going good and it's good and everything's going good, and then you're like, but I'm a self-sabotager. And then you like make up some crazy shit and you like squash the good. Because what I have found in trauma work is that if you've had something taken away from you at a very young age, you tend to be your own self-saboteur in the future because you feel like it's not fair when the universe takes something good from you, so you'd rather be in control of taking that away. And so this really, to me, kind of shows like, what are you attracting in your life? That's really how I'll decide if I'm gonna be friends with you or not. Here's my secret to picking friends. I look at what they're attracting in their life. If they're attracting good things, good people, good opportunities, and like positive vibes, then I know they're in alignment, you know? But if they're attracting relationships that are toxic, or they're complaining a lot, or just like negative funks all the time, then you have to wonder what's going on in here. And if it's not right in here, then it's going to be hard to have like a healthy, conscious relationship. So mental note on how to pick friends. All right, carrying on. So this is what can we focus on in the present. This is interesting because 2 cards came up, and it's just happening. You know, 2s, right now, something's going on with the 2s. Like, I don't know. Anyway, trust your intuition. She's always right. This is beautiful. And then treat yourself to something beautiful today. Love these cards because someone asked me, actually on the podcast that we were being interviewed earlier, she said, can you explain what intuition is? Like, what is the definition of that? And I shared that intuition is knowing beyond logic, right? This is about trusting on, again, cultivating that language with yourself and your soul on the inside. And I was saying why I loved to create the Oracle deck, or why that was so important to me, is because using cards was like a reflection of my intuition, and it gave me confidence to trust in my own knowing and my own feelings. And now with a developed intuition, you don't need the external tools. They're just temporary for you to learn that soul connection language and make that deep, find that deep place within yourself where you can go for nurturing, peace, love, and wisdom. Honestly, you got to get quiet in meditation. You know, it's a really important time with the moon and where the stars are. I won't get into the depths of where Neptune is and Pluto and all the things, but what I will say is right now is a really important time for you to kind of reassess, you know, your relationship with yourself and how you're spending time. How are you getting to that inner place of peace? I mean, ultimately, we spend our life, and culture is creating all the distractions for us to focus outside of ourselves rather than look within. And we do a pretty good job of avoiding it ourselves. So what practice are you using to turn inward? For me, that's yoga and meditation. Those 2 tools for me, plus hypnosis, allow me to turn my awareness inward so that I'm not distracted by the external world. And I can start to see what feelings come up, what thoughts am I thinking. Sometimes we allow our thoughts to just play on as if it were like a background noise movie, but the movie isn't something we want to witness or experience, and unconsciously we're feeling that and we don't know why. I'm getting deep, y'all, today, so I hope you're with me. And then brightening it up a little bit is to treat yourself to something beautiful. This is saying give yourself that thing that internally you keep like yearning for. Like, man, I wish, you know, this lesson came from buy your own damn flowers in Shine School. This was about giving yourself the thing that you're waiting for someone else to give you. If it's love, if it's flowers, if it's candy, whatever that may be, give it to yourself, treat yourself. When I was creating this deck, I ended up calling a friend one time and I was like, I think I have a message for you. She's like, what? I said, I'm feeling called to tell you that you're supposed to buy that perfume. And she said, holy shit, Britt. I'm like, what? She goes, I just put some perfume, like, you know, on not layaway, but like on hold at a store. And I was going to go back and get it. I'm like, why would you even put it on hold? Just treat yourself, do it. So if there's something that you've been thinking about, like I really want to invest in that new laptop, or I want to go to the goddess retreat, or whatever the case may be, think about treating it, or even something as small as like, I just want to treat myself to some chocolate or to some beautiful flowers, whatever it is for you. It doesn't have to be extravagant, but just something that aligns authentically with you. So I want to know, have you been feeling like you want to treat yourself with something? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love, love, love to hear. Hello. So good to see you. Thank you, Vic. You're so awesome. All right, so the last 2 cards, they fell out. Couldn't even ask the question, so we're just gonna see what comes up, right? The first one is awaken your authentic self and be true to you, followed by allow unlimited abundance. This is also another time to be thinking of your relationship to money. You know, when Venus is in retrograde, we're thinking about what our finances are and how our struggle with self-worth and receiving may be. Those are gonna be themes that come up. So when I see these 2 cards together, I think awaken your authentic self and be true to you is a call for you to take off all the masks, to stop pretending or changing and bending to fit some mold that you think will please other people in order to gain love or respect. That is not the way to do it. And you're probably feeling disappointed over there, wondering like, I'm doing all the things I thought I was supposed to do, but they have taught us wrong, honey. And this is a reminder that it's so important to stop trying to fit into the molds and just be your authentic sparkle magic self, and just give yourself permission to like do your hair how you want to do, wear what you want to do. I mean, when I've coached people in the past, I've seen that they have restricted themselves so much to what their parents have told them, what they should or shouldn't believe, or just, it blows my mind to think how limited we allow ourselves to be. And so this is just saying, like, let it all go, honey. Like, just be your free self, do what you want to do, and don't wait for permission. Don't even ask anyone else. Ask yourself for permission so that you feel like, okay, good, we're on the same team. But outside of that, I feel like this is just step up and be yourself, and then allow unlimited abundance. This is really about checking in with yourself and seeing how, you know, where you value yourself. Do you believe that you're worthy of receiving? Maybe you check in and start to unpack some of your money beliefs. Where did they come from? What were your parents' views on money? Did you pick up any of those? For me, my parents like to shop on the clearance rack and eat like off the dollar menu, and that's okay for them. But as an adult, I have to kind of just go, is that right for me and the health goals that I have, or whatever the questions that come up for you are. For me, I had to really examine, well, growing up in the trailer park doesn't mean that I have to subscribe to the way that I was brought up thinking or experiencing. And I'm not saying anything bad about people who live in a trailer. I'm just saying that what you're shown or given doesn't have to be what you continue to live, no matter what that is. Maybe you've been brought up in a wealthy, like, shithead family that has no love. You can have the opposite experience. And so it doesn't matter what scale of the spectrum you're on, because we all tend to find a way to turn that into like, well, this is the reason why I'm XYZ. But the truth is, you have permission to change and break all of those molds that you allowed yourself to be in. And that's interesting, because this is about allowing unlimited abundance. So it's your choice. You get to decide. Do you want to do you want to receive? Are you willing to receive? That's the question to think about today. Are you willing to receive? Whew. All right, well, that was all the cards for today. Let me know if you have thoughts, questions, any aha moments. Which card resonated most with you today? I'm gonna flip back through them. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. So this is about making the inner world right, finding peace, love, and excitement and passion within, and then you'll start to attract it in the external world, followed by trust your intuition. She is always right. I think, isn't that the right direction? Yeah. Just trust. Tuning in, and once you make that space of finding your inner peace, then you'll start to develop that language with your soul and be able to start trusting yourself more. That's why we all have intuition, but the thing that stops some people from utilizing it and moving forward in their life with grace is that you don't trust yourself. And that's what creating that inner relationship is all about. And doing so, you've got to treat yourself. You've got to be kind to yourself. So go treat yourself to that thing that you've been wanting, whether it's something material or if it's just time and space so you can read your favorite book or binge some Netflix. If that's your thing that makes you feel freaking fantastic, like, go for it, man. Of course, let's go. Got my Randy Moss hands up, ready to receive. Oh, you're so cute. I love you. Well, and I hope you have your gloves on too, right? So last cards is the awaken your authentic self and be true to you and allow unlimited abundance. So this is, the more you are your authentic self, the more you magnetically attract the abundance, whether it's opportunities, relationships, finances. You know, when you think of abundance, is your first thought like financial, like paper currency, or abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of time freedom, abundance of, what does abundance mean to you? So there's been a lot of questions that I've asked that you can reflect on, from what does abundance mean to you, to what are you letting go of in order to make space for this new life that you've been dreaming of, to what is the relationship that is toxic in your life that you might need to reassess and release. So many good deep insights today. Kayla says, I needed these today. Oh, so glad you enjoyed it. Did you have a card that resonated most? Let me know. Having enough to feel happy. I love that. So, and then go deeper with that. What does happy mean to you? What is happy, you know, like, what would make you feel happy? Is there a tangible number? I always say, you know, call this like finding your nut. Like, what is the nut, that tangible money financial goal number that you need to live comfortably. And once you have that number in your mind, it's so much easier for the universe to go, oh, you need that much? Okay, here you go. Like, here's some avenues and opportunities for you to step into it, to receive that abundance, to pay for that life that you're wanting to create. But we make up all these stories and why it's not possible. So this is a really important time for you to reassess your relationships, your self-care practices, and your views on money, worth, and are you willing to receive? What does receiving feel like for you? Is it uncomfortable? I remember my dad, I'll share this last thing about my dad. He's been on my mind a lot lately, but my dad, I remember having a phone call with him, and I remember it being a very profound call. When I got off, I was like, wow, that was a good one, because they weren't always good. And I got off the call, or on the call, he said, babe, I just have a really hard time receiving. It just feels weird. I said, what do you mean? I said, you're always like giving and giving to everyone else and you don't like to receive. He's like, yeah, no, I always want to be the one giving. And I was like, well, I told him, Dad, you're fucking up the cycle. It's like give and you shall receive, right? Isn't that the laws you live by over there with that book? I'm just playing with you guys. And he's like, yeah, give and receive. I'm like, okay, well then you're messing up the cycle by always just giving, giving, giving. And if you've given so much, then you've got a lot to be able to receive. And that was his issue. He never opened himself to receive because he didn't feel like he was worthy of it. And it was really hard to watch someone I loved feel that way. And I feel that so much when I watch you guys and the way you talk to or treat yourself. And that's why I love showing up, to empower you and support you, to think again, to challenge yourself to dream bigger, to stop the limiting beliefs, to say fuck you to the fear. This is a really important time for you to step into your power, to decide where you want to invest your time, your energy, your love, and my goodness, my goddess, I hope it is with you. I hope it starts with you and you develop a strong self-care foundation so that you can stand firm in your own belief and your own integrity, so that no matter what comes your way, you know if it's in alignment, if it's a 7 or above or not. You can immediately say no with confidence. That is not taking me in the direction I want to go. And no offense to MLMers, but anytime someone hits me up for like Monat, I'm like, y'all, I own a luxury vegan salon. I'm not interested in those hair, like in your MLM. Like, I have my own system over here. Thank you very much. And please do not message me about it. But I know without a doubt, because that's where I stand in my boundaries. And so I don't have to fiddle fart on 19 calls that I get pitched every day about join their MLM. Think about this. Where are you wasting your time like fiddling in the maybes when you could be saying hell yes to what feels really good for you and is absolutely aligned? But first you've got to get clear with yourself on what that is, and then you'll be able to execute that power when it comes to the opportunities, the relationships, and the gifts that the universe brings your way. So this is a really, really powerful time for you to fall in love with yourself first. And when you do that, you'll stop caring about what other people think of you, and it'll give you time and space to serve them, to love them, to hear them, to see them, rather than being so worried about what they're thinking about you. So take time to love yourself so you no longer give a shit about what other people think, and then you are free. All right, guys, that's my wisdom for you guys today. I hope you loved it. Soak it in, share it with the soul sister. If you loved it, please pass it on, post it. I appreciate all the good vibes and support. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see what this new year brings. It's gonna be a good one. All the energy is gonna start moving forward after the end of January. So give yourself this whole month to revise your plans, to keep dreaming bigger, and to challenge yourself to think outside the box and do it your way, baby. All right, thanks for tuning in. You're welcome. Hey, Lindsay, so good to see you guys. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. Until then, we are headed to the woods. We are peacing out for the full moon.